When it comes to picking wine, many of us don't have a clue what to choose, so we rely on preferences based on perception. Now, Brock University in Ontario has opened the first laboratory in North America devoted to the research of wine consumption. Professor Antonia Mantonakis joins us to explain in studio. And you brought along a number of wines, and we're going to look at everything from the labels to how to read it and that kind of thing. And these two, well, to me, I'm looking at the back, but it looks the same to me, these two.
Well, what's interesting about these two wines is that they're the same grape, the same vintage. They're both from 30 Bench Winery in Beamsville, Ontario. The only differentiating factor is that one of them has a vineyard designation on it. And what that means is that the Riesling grapes in that wine were produced from a special section of their vineyard. And this type of designation is used by wine enthusiasts as a cue to being higher quality.
And where's
that's
that
something
that
they
on this
look
one?
for.
I just want to be able to show.
It says 262 cases, this small lot.
So where should I hold that so you can see that? So that's the vintner bit that she was explaining on this bottle. So this would be a little bit maybe higher quality or different
Well, it's
quality.
perceived to be a higher quality by wine enthusiasts. What our research is trying to determine at the consumer laboratory is what are some of the ways in which wine enthusiasts select wine, and what are the ways in which the occasional wine drinker selects wine. And so
they're very different.
They're very different. And so what I've also brought here are 3 Cabernet Merlots.
Okay.
So let's say the occasional wine drinker goes into the LCBO and says to the product consultant, I'm cooking this meal, what would you recommend for my price range or my budget? And the product consultant suggests 3 Cabernet Merlots. Now, they're similar vintage. They're all from Niagara.
The Dan Aykroyd one
But the Dan Aykroyd one really stands out. And so that's the kind of popularity and familiarity.
It stands out, and I guess the familiarity, as you said, because it's Dan Aykroyd, but also the label itself just stands out. And the labels are really important.
Yes.
And probably, well, equally as important for both the enthusiasts and then the casual consumer.
Well, what we find in our research is that it's actually more used by the casual consumer. The casual consumer tends to look at popularity cues, whether it's based on the color or the celebrity name, as in the Dan Aykroyd or the Mike Weir or the Wayne Gretzky wine, or whether it's on Yellowtail being a popular
is
brand.
so incredibly popular.
Yes.
That's always got top shelf kind of feeling.
They've done an excellent job with their trade promotions and trying to get the name out there and recognizable. And that is really, their recognizability is due to their extreme and outstanding marketing that they've done.
So what about the labels themselves are a big one, and then also on the back they usually have a little write-up. Is that more for the casual person or more for the connoisseur?
Well, it's the connoisseur who tends to take their time and look and read all the specific details of the information.
Antonia, it's fascinating. Thank you.
Thanks for having
coming
me.
in.